Good morning and Jai Hind. I welcome you all to class 12th. I will teach you accountancy. Before coming to our subject, I would like to bring your attention towards the global emergency the world is facing currently. Now, being a responsible citizen and students, let's pledge to be safe and secure ourselves by social distancing. Give top priority to personal and social hygiene. This is the only way we can fight and cope up with this situation. I again insist, understand the gravity of the situation and do not take this lightly. Now, coming back to our subject, accountancy. There are three books which you are going to study in this class, for which you are required to prepare three separate registers. As you know, our school is suspended due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. We will utilize the facility provided by the digital platform to continue with our teaching learning process. Let us revise the topic partnership as we have already learned this in our previous class. As the definition says, partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. This means that those people who have commenced the business and agreed to share profits will be called as partners, and these partners may run the business jointly, or any one or two or three of them may run the business on others' behalf. Now, let us discuss the features of partnership. First is your two or more person. According to Indian Company Act 2013, minimum number of partners should be 2 and maximum could be 50 only. Now the next one is agreement. Partnership is the result of an agreement. It may be either oral or written. Next is your existence of business and profit motive. The ultimate goal of starting a business could be to earn profit. Joint ownership of some property by itself cannot be called as a partnership. Now, the next one is sharing of profits. The main aim to run a business is to earn profits, and these profits must be shared among the partners. If there is any charitable activity, then that won't be said as partnership. Okay, the next one is your relationship of principal and agent. Each partner is said to be an agent as well as the principal of the firm. He can bind other partners by his act, and he himself can be bound by the acts of the other partners. Next is your business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. This means that each partner can participate in business as well as is bound by the act of the other partners. Okay, the next one, the last one is your no separate existence. Unlike companies, partnership is not a separate legal entity. As you all know that in case of companies are the separate legal entities in the eyes of law, but in case of partnership, this is not the case. Okay. Now, next is your partnership deed. It is not compulsory to make partnership deed, but if it is in writing, then it helps to avoid all misunderstandings and disputes. As the definition says, it is a written document that contains the terms of agreement. Is called a partnership deed. terms of agreements, or we may say that as the provisions of partnership. These are all written in the partnership deed in detail, and these are the things which we have to write in a partnership deed, which should be mentioned in partnership deed. What are they? They are uh, the name and the address of the firm and its partners also. The name and address of the firm as well as of the partners of that firm also. The next is the type and nature of the business. That means the industry in which the business is running. Now the next one is um, amount of capital contributed by each partner. That is the amount of money each partner had invested in business should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Now the next one is the interest on capital. We already know that capital is treated as a liability to the business for which it had to pay interest amount to the person who contributed the capital, that is the partners. So the rate of interest on capital must be mentioned. Next one, and similarly the next one is our interest on drawings. Just like the interest is to be paid for the capital, interest is charged on drawing too. The rate of interest on drawing should be written in partnership deed. Next is our profit sharing ratio. The ratio in which profit will be distributed among the partners should be mentioned. Next is our salary. Whether any partner is eligible to get or not, this should be mentioned, and if yes, then how much. It should be written there. Next is your goodwill. The methods of valuation of goodwill in case of admission or retirement of a partner should be clearly stated. Admission means when a new partner is introduced in a firm or any partner has withdrawn his partnership from the firm. In both the cases, the method of computing the goodwill should be stated or mentioned there. Next is your accounting period of the firm. Accounting period may be yearly or half yearly. So, closing date of the accounts should be mentioned. Okay. Next is method of recording of firm's account. How the accounts should be are recorded, and safe custody of books of accounts and other documents of the firm should be taken care. Okay. The next is auditing. Whether the firm's books will be audited or not, it should be mentioned there, should be stated there. If so, the mode of auditor's appointment. Auditor is a person who audits the accounts of the firm. The method of appointing that auditor should be mentioned also. Next is your date of commencement of partnership. That means a date on which the partnership is started or partnership firm has been started, that day should be written over there. Next is your duration of partnership. The period for which the partnership has been established and the mode of dissolution of partnership. That means the whole period, whole time duration for which the partnership is going to be exist should be mentioned, as well as how the partnership will be dissolved. That means end up. These should be mentioned in that case. Now the next one is the use of decision of Garner versus Murray. Whether the decision in the case of Garner versus Murray is to apply in the case of insolvency of a partner or not, This should be mentioned in detail. Now the next one is bank accounts. Whether the account in a bank will be opened in firm's name or in some partner's name, this should be stated clearly, and who will have the rights to sign the checks. This should also be written there. Next is the rules to be followed in case of an admission of a partner. Whenever a new partner is admitted or introduced in a partnership firm, what rules should be followed, it should be mentioned clearly. Next is your rules to be followed while settling the accounts on retirement. The manner in which the amount due on the retirement or death of the partner will be calculated and the manner in which it will be paid should be mentioned. Okay. The last one is the settlement of disputes. In case of any dispute among the partners, how the dispute will be solved, whether arbitrator will be appointed or not, it should be mentioned clearly. Okay, class, this is all for today's session. In the next session, we are going to discuss the types of capital accounts of partners and profit and loss appropriation account. Till then, read the chapter and you can share your queries with me on WhatsApp. Till then, study hard and keep up the fight with Corona on. Thank you.